Hello, hello, hello. And this is Kay Catrice, the Natal Chart Navigator. And I help women, open minded, ambitious women, to make more money by getting aligned with their unique energetic signature. And so, in this video today, I am going to be giving a tutorial on how you can pull your birth chart on Astro.com. Okay. And so, I'm sharing my screen here. And so, first, you're going to go to Astro.com. Okay. Okay. So, you go to Astro.com. This is what it looks like. Okay. And so then you're going to click right here where it says charts and calculations. Okay. And so this is all free. It's 100% free. So you don't have to, you don't have to pay anything to pull your natal chart. Okay. And so you're going to click right here where it says extended chart selection. Okay. You don't want to click the chart drawing ascendant, because this just creates a simple birth chart. It doesn't let you like make any changes or anything to it. So you want to click here where it says extended chart selection. Okay. And so I already have, I'm already signed in. Now you can make a account, okay? And I would advise you to make an account so that you can go back and you know, pull up your chart later. You'll have to log in. So you would click where it says here, and you would get, I'm already signed in, but you would click where it says sign in, make an account and all of that, okay? And so once you get to this extended chart selection screen, okay, we're going to do add. I'm going to do add here. Click add. Okay, come on. Okay, there you go. Click add, and then you're going to put in, this is where you put in the birth data information. Okay, so I'm just going to, do a random, make something up here, random. Okay, choose the gender, and then for the birthday, let's go. We'll just use today's date, the 25th of September, 2022, and it is approximately 8:42 p.m. Now make sure you put in the correct time of birth, okay? Because if you do not, the time of birth is what sets the ascendant sign, okay? And the ascendant sign is what sets the setup of your birth chart. So the birth time is extremely, extremely important, okay? And so country, USA. And then for the city, I'm going to put Chicago came to my head. So we'll put Chicago, Illinois. Okay. And so right here, you can see that this person would be a Libra sun sign, a Libra moon sign, and a Taurus rising. Oh, wow. And look at the degrees, 22 degrees, 24 minutes. Wow, 222. And this person is a Venus ruled person. How cool is that? All right. And so once you have the birth data inputted, hold on. Okay. So once you have the birth data inputted here, you're going to go right here and you're going to go up to where it says whole signs. Okay. You want to do whole signs. A lot of astrologers, they will tell you Placidus, a lot of astrologers, they love Placidus. However, me personally, I don't care for it, and it's not as accurate, um, in my personal opinion. And whole signs house system is just easier, a easier chart to read, and it's a lot more accurate. Okay. And so now all of this stuff down here, um, once you get a little bit more advanced and you know a little bit more about, um, astrology, you can choose the decans, which is like the degrees, because each zodiac sign has um, 30 degrees in it, and then it's separated by 10 and 10-degree increments per zodiac sign. So you could choose the decans, the nodes, which is the north node, although I believe the north node just automatically shows up. And then also the different asteroids and things that you can choose down here. Okay. And so once you have this where it says whole signs, you don't do anything with this, just leave that be. You're going to click show the chart. Okay. And so this is what the chart looks like. It has your name, birth date, time of place of birth, time of birth. Um, and you can see right here, the sun sign is Libra, the rising sign is Taurus, and the moon sign is Libra. Okay. Now this little chart here, down here, this tells you, this has each of the planets or luminaries listed. And then it tells you the sign and the degree of each. Okay. Now, if this was a real person, okay, they would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets in retrograde. And they would also have their Chiron, which is the wound. Everybody's born with a Chiron wound. Their Chiron would also be in retrograde. And now this little chart here, this shows the aspects. So aspects are how the planets interact with one another. Okay. And so this little symbol right here, this means conjunct. And so conjunct means that the energies kind of merge together. The square, this is a not so favorable interaction of those planets. The opposition, meaning that the planets or luminaries are opposite each other. Oppositions are also not as favorable. And then these little triangles are trines, called trines, which they are 90 degrees apart. And those are more favorable aspects, as well as the sextile. Sextiles are 60 degrees apart, and those are more favorable aspects. Now, the green and the black, those are more minor aspects. And so I typically tend to, when I'm looking at a chart, I typically only will look at the major aspects. However, depending upon the chart that I'm looking at, I may look at the minor aspects if there are, a lot of them. It just depends. Okay. Now this little chart here, this shows how the planets are broken down between modality and element. So the cardinal modality, cardinal energy is what starts the season. We are currently in Libra. Libra is a cardinal energy. Okay. The fixed energy, the F is for fixed. And so those are the signs that are in the middle of the season. Okay. So the next fixed energy coming up is going to be Scorpio. When we get into Scorpio season, that's fixed energy. And then the M is for mutable. And so the mutable signs, they end the season. And so the next mutable energy that will be coming up will be Sagittarius season. Okay. Now the F stands for fire. Okay. A is for air. E is for earth. And the W is for water. Okay. So these are the elements. And so it just has it broken down. How many planets are in fire and what modality? How many are in air and what modality? Earth, and then water. Okay. Now sometimes you will look at this, you may pull your chart and you might be missing an element. Okay. So you may not have any planets or anything in that element, or you may only have a limited amount. And so you that energy is not as pronounced, that element is not as pronounced in your chart, say, as some of the other elements. And so you may have to work, exert a little more energy in order to tap into that element. All right. And so now when you hear astrologers or you hear myself talking about transits, okay? Like the moon is in right now, we have a new moon, and that's because the sun, as you can see here, the sun and the moon are both in Libra, okay? And so this is what gives the new moon, because they're both, in the same sign, okay? Um, but when we talk about, say, Mars in Gemini, Mars is about to go retrograde in Gemini, okay? And so to check your transits, you would click this little blue button here with the plus sign with transits. And so then the outside, the green here outside, this is where the planets currently are. Now, of course, it's going to look the same because we did this person, as if they were born today. But if you were to pull, your chart is not going to, the transits are not going to look, the exact same. But the green here that you see on the outside in this blue ring around the chart, those are the transits. And so that is where the planets currently are. And then the black here, the black is the natal, is where the planets were when you were born. Okay. And so I hope that this tutorial has been valuable and informative for you. Um, any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down in the comments below. And if you would like to book a natal chart reading with me, just a natal chart reading or a career reading with me, you can do so. I will have the link to book in the description box below.